Hello, everybody. I am going to review today a reality TV show called Storage Wars, but also the experience of watching television after you haven't watched television for a really long time. So, I watched Storage Wars on A&E, the channel, and I used to love A&E when I was younger because it had biography and different things. And Storage Wars wasn't really the vibe of A&E, I think, when I was growing up in the 90s. A&E was more like sophisticated. But now I guess A&E, which stands for Arts and Entertainment, is Storage Wars. So Storage Wars is basically like they go to this self storage kind of places, and people have defaulted on payment. So, to recoup the money, the storage places hire this auction company, and then they bid on the the contents of the storage locker just by looking at it for a few minutes, and then the people who try to who buy the contents of the storage locker, they go through and they basically say, "Oh, I think this is worth $20," or "I think this is worth $30," and they have like a little calculator that shows how much they paid and how much they think they're going to get back from it. But you never actually see them sell anything in the future. And I think, like a lot of these reality programs from, when was that, the early 2000s, they don't, they're not real, right? And there's one guy who basically he was one of the stars, because it's funny because there are characters I remember on this show, and characters that you don't, because I used to watch this a lot actually. I don't know why, but I used to watch this show a lot. And Brandy and her husband, and then there was like a father and son team, and then there was this one guy who said yup, although I forgot what his name is. But anyway, the yup guy, he left the show because it turned out that he really didn't like the fact that everything was fake and that they would put expensive items in the storage units to make better television. So it's kind of entertaining television because they have all of these strategies, and the production is good, and there's not really much drama, if that makes sense. There's drama when it comes to the auction, but you're not like a privy to the private thoughts of these people later. So that's kind of why I liked it, because you can always, there's always this dream that you'll find something in the junk that is worth so much money and you'll be able to sell it, right? But I don't want to talk specifically about that show because the concept is really, really simple. Um, I wanted to talk more about the the way that I watched it. So I watched it on A&E, as I said, and there were ads every 5 minutes or something. But YouTube has ads every minute or so. So that wasn't strange, but the ads that they had were kind of a damning indictment of America, I would say, because there were so many ads for debt reduction services. There were ads for drugs to get you off of opiates. There were ads for weight loss drugs. There were, like it just showed how dark it is actually to live there, because why is there so many ads for debt reduction on US TV? That's because it's really easy to go in debt in America, and the reason mostly is because of medical debt. Oh, there's also ads for like forgiveness for medical debt, which is crazy, and then ads for, you know, health insurance and stuff. And that is really, really insane because in other countries, generally, you have national health insurance that pays for that stuff. And it's not perfect, but a lot of countries have a system of private and public. So if you have money, you can pay for more. But if you don't have money, you can get like the cheaper option. And the cheaper option is usually good. Like it's adequate. It's not like stellar, but it's okay. But in America, people don't have those options, right? It's always like the private option, and people are going broke to kind of deal with that. And I think like the crazy part is, I would say, and I might be wrong, but I would say like most people who watch network television are older people, right? So it's not younger people. So these are like the real problems that this demographic has. And the thing about opiates kind of broke my heart because I watched I forgot what that was called, but I watched another documentary a few years ago, and basically it was saying that the problem with opiates in the United States was purely predictable and preventable. So basically, some drug companies said that they invented an opiate that wasn't addictive. And the government just was like, yeah, yeah, sure, sure, prescribe it everywhere. And it was addictive. And that's basically why America is in the way it is connected to opiates anyway. So yeah, a light show which revealed the structural problems of the United States. And there was a meme, I think, connected to The Good Place. So The Good Place, if you don't know, it's another great show I should review, but The Good Place is like this comedy where people die and they think in the beginning that they're in the good place, which is heaven, but they're actually in the bad place, which is hell. And so there's a meme connected to America, which is like the good place, but it's really the bad place. So yeah, what do you think about that? What did you think about storage wars? What do you think about the debt crisis in America, the opiate crisis in America, the healthcare crisis in America? Put your thoughts in the comment section. I'm sure it will be civilized. All right, thank you. Bye bye.